What's good, people? It's your brother YK the Truth, and PEET MONTZINGO does not descend from Queen Nzinga. Alright? This is the proof that he does not descend from an African queen. Alright? I knew something was wrong when he didn't know what an ancestor was or a descendant.
But the best part is I don't think Queen Nzinga would have ever expected her ancestors to be white American dwarves.
He didn't know the difference between ancestor and descendant. I knew something was wrong, so I had to do the research myself. Now, in the video, PEET MONTZINGO shares an article, okay, that says that, his ancestors were part of the KKK.
And then only 3 generations later, their ancestors joined the KKK. Clearly, they had no idea where they came from. Oh my God.
Okay, people, stay with me. Now, the person who wrote that article goes by the name of Joe MONTZINGO. And Joe MONTZINGO wrote a book. And here's the name of the book. It's The Fiddler on Pantico Run, an African warrior, his white descendants, in search for family. Okay? Nowhere does it say in this book that Edward MONTZINGO descends from Queen Nzinga. And he wrote the book. Okay? Now, I had someone reach out to Joe MONTZINGO and ask him, does he descend from Queen Nzinga? So, here's the email. It said, thanks for sending. The fundamental guess that the name likely came from a royal family in Angola is true, right? Now, I'm going to explain to you why that is incorrect, okay? Even though Joe wrote a book, he's incorrect, all right? Why it doesn't come from a royal family. We're going to get to that part. But let's talk about what he said about being a direct descendant of Queen Nzinga. But our ancestor was not a direct descendant of Queen Nzinga, as she had no children. Okay? Let me repeat that. But our ancestor was not a direct descendant of Queen Nzinga, as she had no children. He was most likely a relative of King Nzinga in Congo, part of Angola, who may have been related to Nzinga, who ruled to the south. It said who may. No one knows if it's true or not, okay? Most of the slaves were taken from Congo in the era that Edward MONTZINGO or possibly his father left Africa. Edward was not the first black man to get his freedom in the U.S.
But he got out of it somehow, making him the first black man to legally win his freedom in America. And
this is another claim that PEET MONTZINGO made. And that is not true. All you have to do is Google the first man to get his freedom in the U.S. Okay? But he did marry a white woman, as did his 2 sons, and his descendants are both black and white today. And some of the white ones were in the Klan back in the day. So my take is correct on the main point, wrong in some of the details. Best wishes. Now, I'm going to explain to you why he's also incorrect on the main point about coming from a royal family. So let's go. So now, if you go to Find a Grave, they have a lot of information breaking down the origin of MONTZINGO, okay? And it says, Queen Nzinga Mbande appeared in the records in 1622 as representative of the tribe. As a conquered people at that time, they would have had to pay tribute to the Portuguese and slaves. And in all probability, the royal family's children as well. Edward of Duarte took the name MONTZINGO or Nzinga as the name would have sounded, Muzinga, according to Linda Hayward, who wrote Nzinga of Angola. This surname was taken forward into Jamestown in Virginia and one of the surviving surnames of his descendants. Not only that, the surname MONTZINGO was first found in Milan, Italy, the second most populous city in Italy and the capital of Lombardy. And that would make perfect sense because it was an Italian missionary who wrote about Queen Nzinga. See? It was an Italian who wrote about Queen Nzinga. Cavazzi Mission Evangelica. Alright? His trips to the Congo. So it will make perfect sense that MONTZINGO is an Italian name. Or possibly an Italian name. But as we know, there are no origins of the name. So no, PEET MONTZINGO is not related to Queen Nzinga. That is not his great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Okay, I am freaking out because I just learned that my blood is African royalty. So, my great-great-great-great-grandma was Queen Nzinga of Congo and Angola.
He's been misinformed. And I would like for him to remove the damn video. Because you're distorting African history. You're distorting African history. Queen Nzinga was someone who fought the Portuguese, the European people. And for you to sit here and try to claim history, descendancy that's not even yours, that's a problem. Take down the video. And if anybody see this video, share this video. Because he's not a descendant of Queen Nzinga. He's not. Then you got people on his channel telling other people that it's okay to say the N-word. Oh, you can say the N-word now. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with these people? Oh, you got the N-word pass. When he's not related to Queen Nzinga. And even if you have African blood in you, right? It doesn't make it okay for you to say the N-word. Because you're only a small percent. And if you was to say that to the average black person, you still would get hit because you're a white person. So it's your brother YK the Truth. And you don't send from no damn Queen Nzinga. Leave African history alone. It's your brother YK, and I'm out. Peace.